Well, hey everyone. This is Warren Howe. So today we're going to talk about accelerating growth. Yep. Over the years, and what I like to call the future is faster than you think. Yep. Over the years, we have been evolving. We have been growing in terms of innovation, in terms of scaling businesses, new ways of consumption. Yep. The world is changing. In fact, faster than we think. By the way, there's a book literally called the future is faster than we think. Go read it up because that will change your investing mindset completely. It will change the way we perceive businesses, especially when we want to relate to the future. Now, the concept of this is that since the world is changing, since the future is changing, since there's accelerated growth happening, why aren't we in a position of power to invest in these type of companies? And I'm talking 3D companies. Yep. I'm talking ESG companies. I'm talking about solar energy, EVs, batteries. We talked about this in our live before. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not forcing you to buy. But end of the day, when we have this in mind, especially if we have funds parked, let's say, for our kids or for our retirement, it is probably a good idea to be investing in these sort of asset light companies. Yep. Companies that are able to scale. So what does asset light mean? Asset light basically means if we those companies that are not capital intensive, that can scale much better by growing their revenues, their top lines, just by simply adding a new feature. Yep. Without having to spend a lot, right? That's scalability. Asset light companies are not reliant on their existing properties or heavy assets. Yep. The future, in my opinion, will be these type of companies. So when there's accelerated growth in these companies, that also means accelerated growth in our portfolios. But keep in mind that we need to have it in a long-term perspective. Now, asset heavy companies are in the opposite, right? Companies that are very dependent on their own assets, their own properties to make money, properties to generate income for the whole business. Whether we like it, and those that are huge debt, because what do characteristic of asset-light companies have? They tend to have lower debt. So these are the companies that are able to scale better with the operations being more efficient. All the management has to do is to streamline efficiencies. Streamline inefficiencies, right? Lowering OPEX, right? After spending more on sales and marketing expenses, they are able to have more organic growth in their products, right? Being innovative, launching a new product could scale their whole top line. So that's the idea of asset-light companies. Asset-heavy companies, however, are dependent on the existing assets. Now, it doesn't mean that we do not invest in asset-heavy companies. We always need to diversify. But this is an example of why asset-light versus asset-heavy is important. Again, the whole topic is about accelerating growth. So how do we accelerate growth in our portfolios? Is by identifying what are the companies that will be good for the future, right? The future is faster than we think. Because if we have our hands on these type of companies right now, we will have that room for growth and that leeway to be actually going in undervalued companies where the intrinsic valuation will be met 5 to 10 years later. So I hope you got some value out of this. My name is Warren Howe, and I'll see you in the next video.